Welcome back to the Hey Cuz podcast with my guest today, Michael Shane Dabney. He is a newly published author whose debut novel, My Brother's Keeper, A Time in Life of Best Friends, is inspired by over 40 years of real-life brotherhood. Michael has been a storyteller since the early days in Danville, Illinois, from poetry to spoken word, and now to a novel that encourages all of us to recognize the stories within our own lives. I'm excited to dive into his journey today, his writing process, and the heart behind his book. Michael, welcome to Hey Cuz Podcast.
Thank you. Thank you for having
me. You are welcome. I know that you're a busy schedule because when you're an author and you're doing multiple things, lives. But I'm so glad that you had time today to take with me just to share with my audience about why you felt compelled to write this book, because there are so many who are, like myself and others who are in the midst of trying to decide whether they should tell their story or whether they should keep their story for a later time. Usually we're fighting ourselves on when. So I want to ask you first, what moment or realization made you finally say, yes, it's time. I'm going to write this book?
That's a loaded question, but I'll try to keep it very short. Back in 2004, I was staying with a friend of mine who was like a sister to me. And I've had people tell me over the years, being in school and undergrad and everything else, have I thought about writing books and have I ever thought about writing my story? And I would always say no, because people would come to me asking me for advice, or we would get into conversations and I would give them a story that I've been through, like with me and some friends and so forth. And the question would always come up, have you ever thought about writing a book? I was like, no. I would always kick it down and say no. One night I decided to see if I could write just something, just to see if it would be of interest. And so I wrote probably about a couple of paragraphs of the first chapter. And my sister's sorority, her sorority of sisters was over one night, and I let them read it. And they were like, whoa, what? Okay, what happens? You got to finish. And I'm trying to cut it down as quick as I can.
It's okay.
But so I wrote the first chapter and I let them read the whole entire chapter. And one of them, literally, her mouth was dropped wide open as she was reading it, like in awe. Another one, she literally started crying from just reading just the first chapter. And they was like, okay, well, what happens next? You have to keep going. So I went downstairs and I wrote the first six chapters in it took me about 2 weeks. And what was crazy about that is, I mean, I'm used to writing. I was in school at the time, so you're used to writing.
Yes.
So I wrote the first six chapters and I felt it was going too fast. And so I stopped. I literally put it down. I didn't look at it again. I didn't touch it for 2 years. So that's 2004 to 2006. Going into 2007, I decided to pick it up and just read the first six chapters, see if if I liked it. And I actually did. I said, oh, I do like how it's going. And so next thing you know, I just kept going. And so 32 chapters later, My Brother's Keeper was birthed. Now, after that, I paused it only because trying to get it out, I was fearful. I'll admit, I was fearful. Because I've allowed myself to live in fear a lot. I hate to say that, but it's true. We have to own up to things like that.
Right.
But
It's the only
I'm
way we
working
can
on
overcome
that.
it.
I'm working on that. And a young lady that I met who actually helped me uh, format the book and bind and everything. She was like, "What are you waiting on? What are you waiting on?" Because I finally got a copy written in 2013.
Okay.
So yeah, you see the time span.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, she was like, "What are you waiting on?" I was like, "I don't know. I'm not waiting on anything." Yes, you are. What are you waiting on? And so she finally got me to push the button, basically. And I did a self-published through Amazon KDP. And actually, my book has been out since 2020, 2021.
Oh,
But I
wow.
never, yeah. And here's the fear factor. I never really pushed it. I put it out there. I told some people and everything. It was fine. Did some sales. It was cool. But I never really just went for the gusto.
I understand that as a songwriter because I wrote a song during the pandemic that I released like 6 months ago,
Yeah.
and two of them actually. But it's a fear factor sometimes. It's wanting to know if that message is a message for now. And the book is loosely based on your book is usually loosely based on 40 years of friendship that or friendships that you call brotherhood.
Right.
How did those real relationships shape the characters and the message behind that story?
Each character in the book, of course, is based off of real character, real people in life.
Mm-hmm.
This their initial story is
Mm.
based off of a real event that took place.
Okay.
A couple of them was actual events, almost word for word. And I got permission to,
I was just about to
put it
ask
out
you
there.
how did it feel.
Yeah, I got
Okay.
permission because they know about it. It's not like the best man, because I get that question asked a lot. Oh my God, I get that question asked a
Hey,
lot.
do they
It's like the
know
best
you
man,
said
and I
this about that?
and I tell everyone, I say no, I say yes and no. I say it's kind of like that because it is based off of real people,
Right.
but it's not like that because they actually know the story. They actually have their own copies. I got permissions, and everything was good.
Hmm.
Um, so that's how that happens, and I, they actually support me. They actually encourage me more than I do myself.
What a
So
blessing.
yeah,
You're
it is.
ready. You're already working on part two, right?
Actually, I just finished it.
Okay. What
I
can
just
readers expect next from that? I mean, without giving too much away.
without giving too much away, what I've gotten so far is one of the main characters, his name is Marcus.
Okay.
He has a love affair with the Kimberly, who's the female that he meets in book one,
Hmm.
and things kind of go awry, and so he backs away from her,
Okay, it's some
and
drama.
so yeah, it's drama. He backs away from her, because he feels he can't trust her.
Mm.
So in book two, a lot of people are asking me, so what happens between Marcus and Kim? What happens between Marcus and Kim? They really don't speak in book two. They won't speak until book three, which I'm actually going to start. So it's going to be a trilogy.
Oh my goodness. We love
Yeah,
trilogies, don't we?
yeah. And to like I said, I'm giving it that part away, but it's a lot of things going on. In book two, it's enough there. Trust me, that's going on where it's going to keep you interested. Um, because there's 39 chapters in book two.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, and it's interesting. I didn't know how I was going to write it. I knew it kind of writes itself because a lot of the things that are going on is what's going on today.
Mhm.
Because it's a fluid book, and what I mean by fluid is my friends, they what they're going through today. I'll take a little snippet of what's going on today and kind of put and twist it and put it into a story or into a chapter, and it's like, oh, okay, that ties. All right, I got you. And but like I said, you'll never know. It's like it's twists and turns. It's a roller coaster.
As is life.
It
you
is.
you
It is.
mentioned the story changed directions during the writing.
Yeah.
What surprised you most about the process or about the characters as the book evolved?
What surprised me the most is what I saw happening or what I can use my own imagination.
Mm.
Because initially, and I'll back up for a second. Because initially, the book started out as one to kind of pay homage to my mom,
Oh,
and
okay.
the title was initially going to be A Fallen Angel because I lost my mother when I was 8 years old.
Mm.
And so I wanted to write something in honor of her. But
Mm.
as I was writing, the title ended up changing because I incorporated my friends.
Mm.
And so that's how that kind of took place. That's where my brother's keeper came in place because I looked and within myself said, we always there for each other. We
Mhm.
rely on each other. We counsel each other. We go through ins and outs, ups, downs, no matter what it is. We've been through
Sounds like you
marriages.
raised each other.
Yeah. because think about it, I'm 56,
Mhm.
and my friend, these group of guys I've been knowing, a couple of them I've been knowing for 40 years. The rest of them I've been knowing for say 30, about say 37, 38 years.
Yeah, that's a
And
lifetime.
so if you think about it, that's over half my life.
Hmm.
Um, we've been through divorces together, we've been through marriages together, we've been through births together, we've been through deaths together,
A lot of
we've been
drama.
through losing jobs together,
Hmm.
girlfriends. Oh Jesus, yeah. So it's like everything we go through, we do it all together in some way, shape, or form.
Hmm.
And we have the goofies. We have people that we have our friends that crack jokes all the time. We have the ones that's always serious. Um, it's interesting because when they all got their copies and they read them, they was like, "Wow, dude," or they'll say, "Man, I didn't know you remember that story that went like that." I'm like, dude, I remember everything. And another thing too, I'm not trying to prolong the question, but the stories that I wrote about, I was involved in. So technically, I didn't have to get their permission in a sense, but I did make sure that they knew because I literally was involved in like each and every story that in one way, shape, or form. So
And
that's
it
how
makes
that
it
really came
and it
about.
makes a difference when you're telling it from your perspective. Some like we can be in the same room and
Yeah,
totally see two or three different things.
exactly.
So I can respect that. Well, Michael, I am so glad that you had time today to share with us a little bit of behind the scenes. So my next question is going to be the obvious question. Where do we get your book?
You can get my book on it's on Amazon. I gave you the link and the QR code. If people want to reach out to me, they can reach out to me by phone or by my email, Michael Dabney at Hotmail. They can do it that way, or
Okay.
they can
We'll
contact
we'll
me.
put that down below so that everyone can see that.
Okay.
And what about your social media pages? What's your handle?
The QR code takes you directly to Amazon. But if
Okay.
you want a signed copy, get it directly from me, where you can actually call me or email me, and we can set up a time where I can send it to
Okay.
you by mail.
And lastly, are you available for book tours or are you starting a tour or tell me a little bit about that?
Book tours,
Are you
I'm
open
available
for
for.
invitations for venues and that sort of thing?
Oh, definitely. I'm definitely open because what I have actually done was stepped out on faith and became a full-time thing for me. So I'm open and able for book tours. I'm looking to do book tours as soon as possible,
Okay.
especially when I get the second book out.
Okay.
I'm
And
definitely
speaking
looking to
engagements,
do
I
book
can
tours.
imagine they can contact you on your email. Sorry to cut
Yes,
you off. Okay.
yes.
All right.
And they contacted me through Facebook. Michael Dabney, it's just Michael Dabney on Facebook.
Okay.
And my brother's keeper is on Facebook. So yeah, that's probably the best one of the best ways to contact me.
We're sharing all the links below. Also on our YouTube page, if you will look below, we have all of the links where you can get up with Michael. Michael, thank you so much for coming and being a part of Hey Cuz podcast. Of course, we're going to keep up with you as
I
book
appreciate it.
2 and as book number 3 comes out because we want to hear more. We love drama. We love family
Yeah,
drama over here at Hey Cuz podcast.
I I
As
I
long as
will say
nobody dies.
no. Well, mm,
Well,
well,
unless it's in the book. We don't want anyone
no,
to die from the drama we present on this show.
no, no. None of my friends are dying, but there is some dramatic scenes in the book. And I will say this for the ladies, unfortunately, and it's funny, but there's one character that none of the ladies really like. His name is Darius.
Is he a real
Yeah,
person?
yeah,
Ooh,
yeah,
Darius, you better get it
yeah,
together.
yeah. He's a
Here's
real
your
person.
moment.
Yeah, he's a real person. But the thing is, the
Oh,
stories aren't necessarily real. But oh boy, the way I drew it, this thing is like, whoa,
Darius is
yeah.
somewhere going, yeah, that's me. That's me. I would say that. I would do that.
And in real life, he tells people who I said, dude, don't tell people who you are. I said, that's not yet. Wait till the movie, wait till the play or something comes out, then you
I
know,
love the thought process. And based
yeah.
on that, we will end and say we are looking forward and we will wait for the play.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless you. I appreciate you.
God bless you. Thanks for coming on the show.
Hey, this is Michael Dabney. I am the author of My Brother's Keeper, A Time in the Life of Best Friends, and you are tuned into Hey Cuz podcast with Olivia J.
Thank you for joining this episode of the Hey Cuz podcast with me, your host, Olivia J. I hope that you will like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to post your comments. We'd love to hear from you.